Speaker, my question is to the Treasurer. Will the Treasurer advise the House of the importance of investment and enterprise to our transitioning economy? How important is investment, confidence and lower costs in our building and construction industry to drive economic growth and create more jobs?
The Treasurer has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Lyons for his question. And like the other Tasmanians here, they are incredibly energised by the strong growth we're seeing coming out of Tasmania, Mr Speaker, and particularly the growth that has been supported by the trade agreements that have been put in place, Mr Speaker, which are providing real growth and real opportunities. And the Prime Minister reminds me, those agreements which for so long the Labor Party opposed, Mr Speaker. And what we have is Tasmanian members who are seeing what is happening with jobs and growth in their own state, Mr Speaker. Our economy is successfully transitioning because of the hard work of those Australians and those Australian businesses who are out there making it happen every single day, Mr Speaker. And that is being reflected again and again in what we're seeing in the confidence and other surveys that are coming forward. The NAB Business Confidence Survey showed for last month it was up 3 points. Conditions are up 4 points, Mr Speaker. That's the highest level since 2008, Mr Speaker. And we are seeing that confidence. It was represented again today in the ANZ Consumer Sentiment Confidence, which showed that consumer confidence was up 10% since last September and up 23% when they're asked about economic conditions over the next 12 months. So despite the many challenges that we have, Mr Speaker, they are looking forward and they can see the opportunities, but they know there needs to be a clear plan that ensures that we don't take this transition for granted and we back them in with what they're doing in the economy to make this transition a success. And one of the most important things we have to do, and why this parliament was recalled for these votes, was to deal with the issue of the Australian Building and Construction Commission, Mr Speaker, because this issue is about economic productivity. It's about growth and jobs. It's about supporting investment in the construction industry that employs more than 1 million Australians in around 100,000 businesses, Mr Speaker. Now, while they see the ABC as an opportunity to defend unions, not union workers, but unions, Mr Speaker, not the workers that unions are supposed to represent, but just for them representing the unions and supporting the unions' position. The reason we want to see the ABCC brought back, not just because it's been recommended by 2 royal commissions, but because, Mr Speaker, because it is important to ensure greater productivity in our economy by removing the lawlessness that we've seen in the building and construction industry. Around 2 out of every 3 working days is lost to industrial disputes in the construction industry. With an ABC building code, infrastructure can be built up to 30% more cheaply than without it. Prior to the creation of the ABCC, the average number of working days lost to industrial disputes in the construction industry was a huge 5 times the rate in other industries. Once the ABCC was established, that rate fell to just twice the rate of other industries. After the abolition of the ABCC, the rate has unfortunately risen again and sits at 4 times the rate in other industries. The ABCC was started to bring down costs and would have achieved a reduction of at least 25%, Mr Speaker.
Minister's time.